I'm going to be showing you how to clean a Lutke harness. In this case, I'll just go with the bridle because if I did the entire harness, it would take forever. Video would be way too long. But here are the supplies you'll need. Of course, your dirty harness, an old rag that you're not worried about messing up, getting dirty, a bottle of Pledge. So this was something that was surprising to me. I reached out to Lutke, to the family, and asked them what I should clean my harness with, and asked if there was some sort of like patent leather cleaner or something. They said to use Pledge, not to use leather cleaner. Very specific. So find yourself a bottle of Pledge. Next item is a bottle of Brasso. This is to clean the brass parts of your harness. Any of you who have horses are probably very familiar with what's going on with this bottle. I got hoof polish all over it. It's impossible to keep those bottles closed. But anyway, just need a bottle of Brasso to clean and polish up that brass so it's nice and shiny and new looking. Something I learned with the first harness that I cleaned, it's good to have a glove for that Brasso. Otherwise your hands will just be weird black and brown gross colors. So a glove's great to have so you can really rub on the polish and get that brass clean. And finally, for the hard to reach spots, a toothbrush, an old toothbrush. So usually whenever I go to retire a toothbrush, I will take a permanent marker and color around the neck of it black, so then I know not to use that for my teeth, but to use it just for grungy things like cleaning. So we'll get started. The way I recommend getting started is using the Brasso first. So make sure to put that glove on your hands so you don't get gross. And my Brasso is actually a little bit aged. It's drying up a little bit, but you can get some just on your glove like that and then start rubbing it on here, on any brass parts. So I start with the Brasso just because it can get on the leather a little bit, and of course you don't want that to live on your leather. So I'll start with Brasso, clean my brass all over the harness, and then go to the leather cleaner so then I can get off any Brasso that may have gotten on the leather during that process. You can see, so I'm just rubbing it in, polishing the brass there. Again, with the gloves, you can see how gross I'm getting there. It's nice that it's not getting on my hands, it's just getting on the glove. I don't always use the glove. Sometimes I use just a corner of my rag. You can do that too, whatever you like. There we go. But you can see the more you do that polishing motion, the nicer and more gold it's gonna look again. So look at that. That looks way better than it did before. So there's one that's clean, and then there's one that's not clean yet. A lot shinier and more new looking. Bring it right back to like it was when you first got your harness. So to make this speedy, I'll go ahead and skip over to the Pledge part. So with Pledge, something that the harness maker told me was that we don't want to get it on the embroidery. So to try to avoid that, I spray my Pledge onto my rag instead of spraying it onto the harness itself. So I just need to shake up the Pledge, spray a generous amount on the rag, and let's look here so you can see how nice and dirty that is. One show season, these things get real dirty. I'm not good about cleaning mine enough. But I think part of the reason for that was that I just didn't know how to clean it, what to use. So I was really grateful the harness makers were able to tell me, give me advice. There we go. So like I said, just get a generous amount on that rag of the Pledge and then clean it up. And then if you have any hard to reach areas like in here, that's when you can bring your toothbrush into the mix. Spray some in there. And it'll help you just kind of gently get the pledge down in the groove. So I usually kind of use that to help get it into the groove, and then use the towel to make sure I'm getting it all up and off. So again, make sure you look out for your embroidery as you go. You don't want to get those stitches wet with the pledge. Try to avoid it as best you can. And I think, you know, actually what might be better, I just don't have one, what might be better than a regular washcloth is to use a microfiber cloth or some sort of, like maybe an old t-shirt or something. This one just kind of leaves little bits of lint on the leather. Not a big deal at all, but if you have one of those, that might be a better thing to use. So again, you'll just go ahead and once you've finished cleaning all your brass, you'll go ahead and take the pledge and clean all of the leather on your harness. And at the end, you will have a beautiful, nice and new looking, again, harness.